Ad Astra Abyssosk. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration...
The Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Indeed, I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to... Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently,
Rifthounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. The Sacred Sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. Good. Then you can...
Is the Tenryou Commission?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the Sacred Sakura's root system is vast, their main priority is to protect the civilian population. So they are actively... The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryou Commission with their work. But so far, the combined efforts to You have our deepest gratitude. I will mark on your map the areas where rifthound appearances have been
Relax. The Sacred Sakura's in danger again, huh? Who'd have thought? Keeping the Sacred Sakura safe was Kazari's greatest wish, and now these... They're attacking the Sacred Sakura! Stop them!
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Order guide you.
Born of ice and frost. Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the Tenryou Commission needed help. Come on, Traveler, you can take them!
Running this? Gather!
Torn to oblivion!
Shogun? Wait, no. Could also be...
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right? You sure made short work of them. That was amazing!
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some... Since then, every time I encounter...
Makes sense. You must get super bored being...
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of euthymia. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me... If the Shogun, rather than I, were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commit. But rifthounds attacking the Sacred Sakura...
A disaster?
Yes. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more... So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, but an excess of caution is not unwarranted.
Guess you can't argue.
Since we are both here for the same reason, from the traces they've left in the surrounding area,
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Having some... Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell... This color! It's similar to the color when the Sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
Next on the agenda...
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root...
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh? What's this? Could they be dead people? But...
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting.
What happened here?
Who are you? What are you doing? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And we will defend Inazuma until our dying... You beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. Every last trace.
But look!
Not right now. But they'll be back. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but our... I don't know how long we can hold out for.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's... You're back. Please, we beg you. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or...
Calm down.
Over.
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. There are no monsters.
What? But how? I saw them tear my comrade to
Hey, calm down!
I think I understand. Yes, we were right to place our... Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand.
If I am not mistaken, what we just... The Sacred Sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the rift, an entity formed with strong filth would be highly... Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards.
So the memories of the ones...
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now? Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others... The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late, but my friend, Kitsune Saigu, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would...
So, Inazuma was...
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all. I never had the chance to see her one last time. But even then...
Hey?
Yes. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and But... when I traveled around Inazuma with you, moving forward, just think of that soldier. All those who sacrificed themselves back then as Inazuma's god. Warriors of the... I will
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on. Let's keep
Expected, there are a load of rifthounds here too!
Leave them to me. Now you shall perish! There is no escape! Shine down! There is no escape! Torn to oblivion! Access denied!
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and...
You are unduly concerned. Although I have some understanding of the situation, I must be prepared for anything. If there are...
makes sense. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Furuyama?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought...
Fighting a battle in a distant...
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments. After all, it's...
What should we do? Oh, yeah.
I see. So, most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, and now the Almighty... Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. People flee out of a desire to live on. But me, the Almighty Shogun, just listening to her stories. One thing she always says is, good things don't last. So you see, as bleak as things may be now,
Perhaps.
it won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the Almighty Shogun for the... But I suppose it doesn't matter. Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth. Oh, goodness me. Speaking of, the Almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the... One moment, I'll just... Really? But it's always been right by my side. I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be...
Don't worry about it.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No.
This place is... complicated. Leave it to us.
But... Well, I can't decide whether it's a...
Where should we go?
After my eyes went bad, many asked...
Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but
I'm also feeling very
It's the Traveler! And the almighty Shogun! How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea.
Police
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The Almighty...
I seldom had the time to drink tea. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon. He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns. But the philosophy of life that he shared with us just...
You and Makoto had...
Indeed we did. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world, they are similar. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human... Now, it seems like...
Wow.
Makoto saw a bigger and ambition. Makoto was
That's...
To put it simply, I didn't I suppose what it comes down to, yes, it does. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy...
Do you feel your...
You have already but now...
Almighty Shogun! I found a tea set.
It's quite beautiful.
You are too kind.
It's all good, sir. She's actually...
Let us return. We ought...
Looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Or?
So, we didn't even have a...
The information held in the ley lines is complex and Well, this chance won't come often. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. The tea is ready. Please give it. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. You're right. I've been reminded of many people, too. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. The events of 500 years ago.
She died in that...
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or, yes, she had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point. So all I could do was enter into her mind. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity.
That's
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all... No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so... In the end, I simply had to with the help of the Sacred Sakura's power.
This is all really hard to understand.
Yes. I once told myself that I would... But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue... And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced experienced that battle in person.
Sister? You mean to say that she was somehow involved in the...
Based on what we've learned so far.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole and also... So...
Oh, well, boy.
With this last cup of tea? Thank you, Destin.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
Yeah. No time to lose.
Once again.
Hey!
Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
Aren't you alright?
I'm fine. Illusion shattered! Shine down!
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. We'll deal with... Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too! Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, man. They're coming.
Don't!
Danger is our duty, man.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent and their willingness to grant their power to... If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times...
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found just the sight of you appearing before us once. This hope is the light that will...
Everyone on...
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch...
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
Gather! I will have order! You can run, but you can't hide!
For Rex Lapis!
Burn!
What's next?
Access denied.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
Thank you all.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma.
When everyone sees the almighty
Well, what did...
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together.
Just leave it to. But the almighty Shogun is the only one of us, no matter what kind of threat faces Ina.
Thank you all very much. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this...
Don't worry, with you leading.
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice. The result being that in the century, you could take the view that whatever but even so, they are due a resolution.
Well, Paimon thinks that even...
Thank you for your comforting words. I used to think, but what Inazuma, even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need... Yes. As the Raiden...
Well said.
Change will come to no matter how long it... Now that we've dealt with... I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up.
Alrighty then. He looks calm. She seems to have changed. Huh? What's wrong, What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
It looks like... the situation... No need. I need to go to the cave.
Why?
A battleground. What? We're finally here.
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. The entrance. It looks like she will no longer allow me to...
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Where are we Paimon! Whoa. This place... Look, it's another A!
We meet again, Traveler. This body is an assistant to the One Within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the One Within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows—
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self, but have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or I'm here to show you my We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be—
Wait! The
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon get a showdown with the Shogun?
The rules I set for the Shogun are— No. The Shogun herself. I would not try to change—
Isn't there any other way? Can't you tack it through or something? But they both—
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all— It inherits A's pain. The pain of inevitable law. Every action undertaken is determination. Only rules. Those were my thoughts. Now, you wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni Maiden was cut down in disgrace. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! The eye sweeps the lands! Shine down! Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal! The Sacred Sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Shine down! Insolent! Torn to oblivion! There is no escape! The time lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Stillness transcending. Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered. Pathetic. Weak. The eye sweeps the land. There is no escape. Sir, shine down. This ends now. Insolent. There is no escape. Lightning falls on the land of eternity. Shine down! Now you shall perish! Strike dead! Lightning, obey me! Only emptiness awaits.
Have you finally defeated?
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your...
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion.
Then, does that mean...
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is... If I don't do this, this is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times, 500 years ago, here in the present, they rely on their ambition to... It is about time that I learned to trust them. I understand that. But if I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma, I vow to the subjects during my absence. Pass on my words.
Looks like we got kicked. Oh, what do we do? She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still. Right? Also, what if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. And then she might... Yeah, we should... Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight? Well, whatever, we can't let... Oh, but we also... Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice, don't feel Paimon now! Okay, maybe... Oh, you're right. Who knows if she...
Another bad one? No, let me try again. We're way behind schedule.
Someone's not in the best of moods. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else,
But you're...
That was a figure of speech. Do you understand? Nitpicking.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable, presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now? Rushed into it without thinking. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you...
Is she playing dumb? She's...
Aha, you're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of... All I know is that it's the foundation of the Sacred Sakura. And...
Because Raiden
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. Anyway, we needn't worry about the details. First things first. Now then, I always have my... To the outsider, the realm of consciousness. In other words,
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is.
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Everything is turbulent and disordered. This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you...
What? Alright, well, Paimon, thank you then.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big... Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. I say... Oh, nothing. It just seems By the way, remember to focus only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant. Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Miko, you better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And... This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will to over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you? For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my You bring honor to... Now these two return once more to this space. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began Final duel? Stand back, Traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the ocean and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever. Witness the final calamity! Inferior! Shine down! Eternity is in my hand! There is no escape! Remove all obstacles! This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way. You need not worry about the future. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, yet my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring with the blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to... This power is beyond the... This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was... It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. From this day forth, this body will remain yours. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. You truly have changed. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change, but as a warrior, I look for... Do you say... It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro... Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come... I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power... a convoluted way to reach you, but... Well, you helped... There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. But... You never met... Everything happened so suddenly. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust... I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you. Did you know what was about to happen? I had some sense of it. That place... was not somewhere that any Archon... In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how, but I know that this must have been an extremely arduous... Don't look down on... It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe. Here, take it. But it is you who...
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the Sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future. Nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, A? I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this Sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the Sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Mako. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with...
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the... And yet, that sense of disorderly...
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything... it's that seed. I know what you mean. Without the Sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been...
I know you've always perceived there was some... You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the...
No.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different?
The Sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like.
Ugh. Now he's...
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages, and obviously It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly. You were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind. At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to... Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most... The flow of turbulence may well have been...
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to...
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. My first thought was, but it turned out you two have my thanks.
A, how are you?
My body has fully recovered, and the...
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really... After all...
I only heard her voice. I'll be fine. I have to say, this has... She even factored me. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to... I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Thank you.
Today, at long last, Makoto and you are in...
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never...
Makoto said...
Great minds think alike, I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where... After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really?
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined. I don't doubt that many challenges I'm looking forward...